That was my fault. The stream accidentally went down. It should be back up again for those that are watching it. Cool. So it is back up for everyone again. Just my bad. It should be back up. Just let me know when you're back in stream as well. It should be recording in the background still. Just confirm if you are still in the stream. I think we've got most back. Good, but we'll continue to enjoy the intense duels that are going on. Yeah, I'll just check to see if we're back up properly, because that was a wee bit of a disaster. Yep, we are back up. Okay, all good. Might be Phoenix here, discarding a card. Yeah, the bracket's getting quite a way through, Dennis. We've got one semi-final well and truly underway. We're just waiting for this match to conclude to get there. Sorry if the stream ended before. That was my mistake. Just clicking on some things, just trying to tidy up some things in the background, and it accidentally bumped end stream. It is back up, however. Hopefully all our participants are still here, ready to go. Who has the knockout blow here? There's still a lot to play for in this particular duel. In phase. Cheek Clapper hanging in there, and we'll be drawing a card now. Can we press for game? A thrilling series of games. I think this is game number 3 in the quarterfinal game. Battle phase still hasn't got the finishing blow. Seta Kyber still pretty confident they can take this game out. Here we go again. We've just drawn the card we needed, I think. Unless that face down is something from Cheek Clapper. We are something activatable potentially. No, opening up the Spirit Gates. Strong on the stall. Yeah, the stream's got about a few duels to go. Like, we will have probably one lot of semi-final to sort of take in. Salamangreat Illumirage. Still cooking up here. It's only 22.50 to defend with. If we get over the Nightmare Phoenix, it's a pretty rough journey back here for Cheek Clapper. Gone through a lot of our Snake Eye play. We are taking away. We are going to go Underworld Goddess of the Third World. That should conclude the duel. The battle phase now. Is this the conclusion of the duel? Have you got anything? No, we don't, and it's a Seto Kaiba win. Taking the game out. see if that has concluded the duel. Kyber. The Kyber has got over the line. It has Seto Kyber taking on Over Itself in the finals now, semi-finals now. So good couple of tight games. I'll just add both opponents in the stream. Hopefully Over Itself is ready to go. They're on table 1. Yo, Darth with the Raiders 7. Yo, welcome in, Darth and Raiders. Good to see you. Hope you had a good stream so far today. Last was playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Master. What were you playing? So we are going to take in the Themataurian Coco Kenpachi game number 2. Coco looking to make the finals here. Pretty cool emote there, Darth. Yeah, doing pretty good. We're a wee bit drained. We've obviously worked today, and we're just trying to relax as much as we can, and yeah, just trying to conclude the Mat Cup. Playing some Tractrix Ragnarok. That's an interesting blend. So we are playing our little Dragon Link package. Boot Sector launch, White Dragon Wyver Burster, into now Dragon Knight Romulus, and Ravine will activate. We are cooking. With Send Revolution Sync front away. Absolraudo's going to grab Rocket Tracer. Bystill's going to send the... Yeah. This pattern. A lot of fun. You play that in the TCG. It's a pretty affordable pack, that Ragnarok pack, with obviously the Light Sworn and Ancient Gear. I was happy how they did it that time. Like, I felt people were robbed a little bit with Voiceless being too expensive. Wonder if they felt bad, made it slightly cheaper. Been testing for some for Master Duel. I'm guessing you're doing a bit of climbing with that today. How well did that go? Tactics. Cool buy. Of course, Rome's going to send that away. Nice dodge work. In the Borrow Windway, Castera Birth, Namberi into a good swing of things. We're into the live part of the game now. Mech Knights here from Namberi. Yeah, just a 2-hour mark gone for the tournament now. Mech Knight, Purple Nightfall. I do apologise for players and viewers before. I accidentally clicked the end stream before I had to quickly refresh and get it back up. If on Gold by the platform, well, that's a decent climb. Like getting all your rank ups now while the Duelist Cup starts next week. One more for Plat 3. Yeah, I got to Master today. I played a pretty clinical duel to get up. I was really stoked to get the 300 rank up gems. So, trying to get stuff saved up for Tempai, which will hopefully be next month. Yeah, like hopefully we finish the season quite strongly. I hope we can get like very high Master this season, and yeah, like all the gems I can get from obviously the Master ranks obviously go towards the big project of the next month's pack. Yeah, you dozed off unfortunately. Super Pat, the tournament's well past your matches now. We have advanced quite a bit. I had a feeling you had. I did message you. I think Cheek Clapper got through to the round 3. So yeah, matches have been going at a really brisk pace. I would say Tempai will be one of those decks that are very popular for 48 hours, and then people will be wanting it out of the game. There's so many board breakers. Tempai are all in on turn 2 or bust normally. Yo, thank you so much for the 100 bits. That goes towards their bit goal. Appreciate that. Didn't have to do that. That's up there. All good. It's late where I am. I got off work and joined after. It's understandable. Yeah, like pretty much today after work I had to sleep for a couple hours myself. Still pretty drained today actually. Like had a pretty big week at work. But if you guys want to follow Darth and Superpic, great opportunity to do so. And yeah, please check out their links that have just been recently posted in the stream there. And Barry is cooking here still. Yeah, I'm more intrigued as well what else will go with Tempai, you know, as well. Tempai obviously will be the main probably archetype next month, but what I reckon they'll pair up with them will be also interesting as well, because I want to play everything in that next month's pack. Hopefully get a few new decks for the outdoor room as well. A lot of people's predictions for next month in terms of the pack, and yeah, like obviously predictions for like the ban list and everything as well. Into the battle phase now, as it's Namberi just taking the defensive card here. All cards face down, obviously, to the destruct the Rumor Cannon. And we have destroyed the Revolution Synchron. Since you're our next streamer, Superpad as well, have to keep an eye out for your streams. It's just annoying. I hate time zones at times where I think you stream still at a time where I'm in the middle of my day at work and it's just near on impossible to sort of catch any sort of stream. I pop on the stream every now and then if the store's really quiet. At the moment, the store's not going to be quiet at the moment with obviously the new iPhones coming out, and there's just a lot of people coming in and buying them at the moment. From 3 cards in hand. Ravine. What other surprise do Dragon Link have in store for us? You'll catch us sort of in next Blue Moon. Yeah, hopefully we can officially get you in. Hopefully next week. I might try to start the tournaments a wee bit earlier potentially. It's so hard. Like, New Zealand's time zone is very bad, I think, compared to where most people play the Yu-Gi-Oh! I think Dragon Link are in a very strong position in this one. So the other side of the door has caught up a little bit, which is great. Like, we could have the finals roughly at the same time. a couple quick matches between over at Southern Center Cover, or maybe a series of 3 matches that go super quickly. But yeah, just going off the Met Cup today, like, I think out of the 24 players that entered, I think the majority of the decks were all different. And yeah, I like always my role being able to swap out any time. As long as the opponent knows, like, and you see a lot more things going on. The event too. We've got Router Dragon on field now. What are we gonna go into for Kenpachi here? Hopefully we can get a regular attendance of around 20 to 24 players a week. Be good to build up like the old Met Cup days. Like, we've had the old Met Cup tournament that's had a full 32 players enter. I think the most ever in history of the Met Cup, 38 players entered in one tournament. That was during the Champions Cup qualifier though. In regards that, just bring up that topic now, like the Champions Cup, I don't know when the next one will be, just with my financial situation. Now with being brought up by my accountant, I may not be able to spend on the Champions Cup at the current time. So that may be delayed. We will definitely have one next year, but it just may be maybe a bit longer. Because I was hoping to schedule one in January to start the qualifying and then have one per year. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see how things transpire over the next few months. How many was there today? 24, Dennis. 24 players today. Zombie Vampire. There'll be 4 cards going from each pile. Yeah, it's good, especially with Yu-Gi-Oh! In the state that it is in at the moment. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has had some pretty rough formats the last couple of years. It does need to sort of rethink how it power creeps, how they can get a bit of variety getting back in the game again. Otherwise, if we go from tier 0 format to tier 0 format, it's just gonna be hard for players to keep motivated. You know, you always want the you obviously want your meta decks, like your tier 1s, your tier 2s, and tier 3s, but you want good solid road continuers. So you want to go to the tournament at least knowing that you're not going to be facing the same deck over and over again. Like, that's why I didn't like TCG Worlds too much when I was watching them from about a week ago. There was just too much Fiend Smith around. Fiend Smith was the best deck by a mile, and most competitors were playing it. Now we are punching for a little bit here from Coco Kenpachi. I think so as well, Dennis. They just need to think. and design the archetype that they're making a bit better. Like, yeah, locking into engine a bit more just means that the boards are you're not gonna see the same thing splashed out over and over again. Oh, we've got a 1-all there between Overexcel and Setakaiba, so that's gone a wee bit ahead of this series of duels. That's why people are just throwing all these engines together, not getting punished for terrible deck building, and mastered anyway. Yeah, I saw a pretty crazy build today. I saw Ubel, Castera, I saw all sorts thrown into one build today. Horus was thrown into it. But yeah, I completely agree. Like the game needs that sort of reintroduced in a way. I'd like it if Master Duel started to hit some generic cards like the TCG has now as well. Like hit your Borreloads, hit your Baron de Fleur. Like those cards have had their time. I said in the stream about a week ago, I was talking with Godzilla Gamer about it, and Godzilla disagreed with me completely. But these cards are just chucked into every build. Like, start getting these cards on the ban list and encourage some other things. I can hear something outside, but that's a good. See any combo of Tier Cash, Horus, Snake Eye, Ubel, Centurion, Super Heavy Samurai even. Yeah, and you can chuck them all into one engine. They just go off. Now, that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Shouldn't be about either. Like, say for example, Centurion. Centurion, they should mainly play their engine, and that's about it. Oh, it is. That's completely ridiculous. That's why a lot of people have left the game too, Dennis, as well. Like, just the repetitiveness of the same things dominating time and time out. Also, the pricing in the real-life game's not too great either. They need to rethink that a little bit as well. Oh, that can just be chucked in anything. That's how good that engine is. I hope we get some consistency hits to Ubel this month. I really do. Like, if they're not intended to hit these decks, like, you're just gonna draw more and more people out of the game. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh's got competition now. Like, you've got all the other card games. You got Lucana, Flesh and Blood. You got obviously Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Dragon Ball Super, Digimon. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh can't make these sort of mistakes, whereas it's just gonna drift off completely and just die a painful death. I think a Master Duel aligned with the TCG, the meta would be worse. The current Master Duel meta is the best at it. Yeah, I agree with that, Kura. Like, Master Duel does get a few things right. Like, the meta at least is a wee bit diverse in this game. Still a bit worried, though, that Fiendsmith will come in and dominate. Like, Ubel will be around to dominate. Azamina, Snake Eye will do pretty well. But they've sort of got to be clever about how they go about things. I wouldn't, instead of power creeping cards, I would sort of gradually down power the game a wee bit. Just gradually over time so it's not too noticeable. And then just rebuild the game up from there. Like, the things that we see now, like all the one-card combo starters decks have, it's just too much going on with it at the moment. But you'll get my point of view too, Akura. Like, the things like Baron, Borrelo, they're chucked in every build. You just see them everywhere. Like, I would rather see those cards be banned and encourage, like, game design in terms of, like, giving the archetype a stronger couple of boss monsters with their own things, locking into engine a bit more, and we get a bit of diversity that way. If they do it the right way. Knowing Konami, they'll probably stuff that up even, but... We'll see. We'll see how the next 12 months go for Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyway, like, in a year's time, we'll be talking about some insane deck that hasn't even been invented yet. You'll probably see Branded still around. You'll see Snake Eyes still around in some form or another. But there'd be something more broken than the stuff now, and that's the scary thought to me at times. Like, how busted can this game get before it just hits a paraceiling and then you can't get anything stronger than that by Steel Dissipator. I don't know, I love these sort of conversations to see the aside for Malice. I like the theme and idea behind it. I think it's got some things going for it too. Obviously working off the banish pile quite well. So this has been a very tight tussle. This, I think this series of matches is not going to conclude before the other ones. But yeah, just other things people would like to see in the game, you know, just to make it a better experience for all. But yeah, I'd certainly like a lot more diversity in a format. Like, the pros don't like that too much. But I like the golden rule of, I think, 3 or 4 decks that are like sort of your meta decks, and then you have like 3 or 4 rogue sort of options that are competitive, and then just the unknown like builds doing well too. Honestly, even though I've been throwing my speedruns, my pace is significantly better, things are going smoother and smoother. It's a good old adage with any speedrun shrub, really. Like, the more you put into it, the more results you're going to get. The more consistent you get with movement and stuff like that. We're still going strong on the tournament shrub in terms of that. We've got probably less than an hour to go. Like, I will, after the tournament, just call it for the day, and we've got a big program ahead of us tomorrow. We enter in another week of very exciting week coming up for Master, actually. 10 minutes ahead of pace on average now, but there's just a certain choke points of the run I fail where RNG kind of wrecks me. Those will fall into place. Like I said, as long as you enjoy the stream, Shrub, that's the main thing. But yeah, speed runs tomorrow. Obviously, like, taking the day off Mastered all tomorrow, like, we'll just log in, do our thing. Like, you got to have those days with now, for me anyway, like, considering how many times I've logged in a row now, where I've just got to have a day where I'm just doing the bare minimum. And I don't want to get in a position where I absolutely burn out in this game. So any time off in this game, like significant time off, I just fall majorly behind in terms of getting staples and other little bits and pieces. $93 stream streak, maybe even so I like the stream. Absolutely insane. 93 streams in a row you've been here. That's I really appreciate that, Shrub. Like, it helps build up the community, and it means a lot. Like, you enjoy the stream, you know. Like, it's my favorite part of the day. Obviously, when I'm getting home at work, I'm thinking about stream while I'm at work, what I'll do for the day, and what we'll try to roughly talk about. And it's something I always enjoy doing, streaming. It's hopefully that journey will continue for a significant long period of time. I just want to get to a stage in this game where I'm able to build, like, a few decks a month. Like, I'm getting close to that. Yeah, like at the end of the day, like, doesn't matter. I've always said if we have 1 viewer in, 5, 10, 100, as long as people are having a good time, you know, and always feel involved with any conversations and interactions that we have. I've always tried to pride myself in replying back to chat as quickly as I can. Just to make people feel they're in the stream. Like, probably equivalates to me making mistakes in this game in terms of the gameplay at times, but in general, I'd rather people enjoy the stream more often than not. And it's just to hope other communities just sort of grow alongside with me, you know. I've watched Frankie's stream grow big time over this year. We were out in the tournament, 2 semi-finals at the moment. 2 semi-finals. pretty tightly fought game, this one. I think the other game's in game 3 as well, and I think this one's game 2. How's things are, Lois? Welcome into the stream. But the interesting thing we've done this year, Shrub, like, it's had mixed success. We've started to multi-stream on other platforms now as well. And it's interesting to see. We've had about 70 people follow on Kick. We've had about 40 or 50 follow on YouTube this year. So it has certainly had its place. Like, it's definitely worth the investment of money per year for the ability to multi-stream. Under Dragon Colossus from Goku Kapachi. Very nice. Grass looks greener. Just milling off a few more cards here. We saw a few interesting cards into that graveyard there. We've got 42 cards in that graveyard at the moment. I truly believe perseverance will pay off for me on this Master Duel account. Like, I talk up the account that's in a healthy position. In reality, there's always stuff that you need to get, and like obviously the duel passes don't come around soon enough. This week, obviously, like the shifters will have their purpose, and obviously Ruddy Rose Dragon will be a nice pickup. I think I'm only going to be able to get 3 URs this time. I'd love to get a 4th. I'd love to get one from my staple list. Just complete. May even go for the Boral Sword Dragon. Just to sort of progress the one of the engines that I got built. What is this, Lois? This is the Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel tournament going on at the moment. The Flamebridge is on the cusp of absolutely getting pummeled. It's still the strongest monster on the field. House Dragon 11 year now. I think that just out and out banishes, doesn't it? Probably best to preserve my account, but since I'm newer, I want to explore Archlights and things I haven't played yet. Still trying to figure out what kind of duelist I am. And that's where I'm at too, really. Like, at the end of the day, like, it was an eye-opener when we had those tryout duels. I still have a lot to learn about this game. Yeah, we'll catch you later, Akira Blaze. I've got play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel like 10 years. I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh! For like 10 years. Yeah, Master Duel's not a bad one to get into. Sort of again. If you were to play it. A very complex game, though, compared to what it was 10 years ago. But no, I always want to learn, Shrub. Like, at the end of the day, like, there's still plenty of opportunity to pick up decks and sort of learn them. Like even the duel room, I've had some really good duel rooms where I've gone, like, a really good win-loss record in recent times, just because I've dedicated some time to learn some different things. Obviously, I'm not going to be playing, like Tearlament or Castere anytime soon in the duel rooms, but the other decks that we'll be looking to build will be kind of good fun to play. Poplar going back to the Spell and Trap Zone as a contender spell. Now Berry not giving up on the duel just yet. I think I had to resonate with the art of the Archlights. I like when the fantasy of the cards resonate, like Vanquish Soul. I did try that Vanquish Soul deck out during the trial duel. I got 1-1 with it. I got 2 wins with the Jesse Tier deck. I felt as though I had no idea how to pilot those decks, and that's the problem I've got at the moment. I've got to learn how to pilot them. Phase 2. Got this Namberry draw here. It's got a time pretty good where the other semi-final concludes as well. How is the other semi-final going as well? Like, for those that are playing those games. Yeah, you gotta have that mantra of not giving up, but sometimes you just gotta know when to surrender, though, in saying that. Like, there's some ways you just theoretically, unless the opponent decides to toggle off or something and forget their effects, just moving on to, like, the next duel sometimes. Yeah, we have it. We have Nibiri surrendering and Coco Kampachi making the finals. Appreciate that a lot. Subscribing to the channel. That all helps at the end of the day. Hopefully we get you in quite regularly. I do multi-stream. I'm mainly on Twitch, but I am on like YouTube, obviously, Kick, and yeah, like I really appreciate everyone coming in. I love Broke Girls. That will be a replay that we will show. I'll refund you that actually. Just because we are in the middle of a tournament at the moment, I'm after this pretty much just relaxing. I probably won't have any replays up, but yeah, bring it in tomorrow. We'll probably have Master tomorrow. Get up on the script. Where are we? Get up. See how the other one's concluding. No, you're all good. I'll put up your replay tomorrow. Yeah, if that's okay. I'm just going to... Gonna refund you. But no, you weren't to know. You're only just joining into the stream. Should have those 1,000 points back now. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it though. Hopefully, Master will train you out. Did you invest in like Ragnarok, Creation Gear, or Lightspawn? Oops, had a pretty lengthy duel actually. Final game between these two, and the winner taking on Coco in the finals. Activating Ash Blossom in response. Cross out, Super Poly. Getting rid of the Masquerena. Moo Dragon of the Swamp over at Sal has done a reasonable job getting rid of some annoying cards. Sprite Elf swinging back Masquerena, Forbidden Droplets, swinging both cards away. Outstanding dueling. Top tier dueling here. Rena Heart, sending away Havness. Havness activating. That will be Carlos. Him absolutely going crazy on this turn. Get a noise back. It'll fade. Attacking the Alpha 2100. We've got one face down now. Now it's a chance for Seto Kaiba to settle into things. Oh, both Sprite cards down. Havness swinging away. Rue Carlos on the field now. Removing our Dark Beacning Beast. The Soul Sweeper. Both trading blows here. Banishing. Yo, you got Ignites. Okay, are you playing something like Ignite FDK or Ignite at Zodia or Zeus? Okay. game has concluded. Who won the game, by the way? We will have both that table sort of set up for the finals. Norris. So I know you've won 2-0, Coco. We're just waiting for the other opponent. Confirm. Oh, Seth, yo, good to see you on stream. It's Zell is through 2-0, so it's Zell and Coco playing for their first ever Mac Cup. So this will be intriguing. Drop out of that one for now. And we'll get that other match started. So just whenever you guys are ready to go. Hope you're having a good morning so far, Seth. Did you catch much of the Worlds event? So we've got over at Zell and Coco on table 3. Yeah, I enjoyed the Master Duel one. The TCG not as much. The Duel Links and Rush Duel were kind of interesting as well. I knew a few people at that event actually, for ones. Trishula TTV obviously in the TCG World Championships, big streamer. Got number 102 as well. What one's number 102? Give me the full name of that card. Not 100% with my number cards. Really enjoyed it until someone leaked every deck list on day 1. Yeah, I had a discussion about that in stream, Seth. I didn't agree with them releasing all of them pretty much on day 1. Should have waited till after day 1. Like, it's a pretty crazy thing to sort of do. Like, I'm sure, got it from, like, Untapped. All the information, but that shouldn't have been done. That's just labeling it as evening out the playing field is not right. I think it is. I think it's the Seraph one. But yeah, like I hope they sort of do something where they can't get the deck list till the end of the tournament. Potentially. Like, those players would have signed contracts and that surely anyway to say they can't really use third-party sort of things to get information on other opponents' decks, surely. You gonna log in, Lois? Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 102 star Seraph Sentry. Yo, DeRollo, yo, how's things going? Everyone stream, Rise Heart now. Final 3 games of the streamer today. Another one's going to write themselves into the Mac Cup history books. But no, there was a lot of backlash with that Worlds event last week in terms of what Decade did. Like, I'm trying to... I understand his point of trying to level the playing field, but it wasn't the way of going about it, I don't think. That's where I stand. I'm a true believer of if the decks are not meant to be showcased in that way, or they're not revealing them, there is a reason why. And posting them all up, saying you're leveling the playing field, I don't think was the right move. Could have waited to the end of day 1. I don't think there would have been as much backlash. On the login now, Lois. Vanquish Soul is pretty cheap in Master Duel. I feel anyway. I feel relatively cheap compared to the other ones. Decade's syndrome moment. On the TCG, like in Master Duel, it's not too bad in Master Duel. If everyone's cheating, no one will be. This is my honest thought. This is my honest thought on this. I don't know if people would agree with me or not. I think they will eventually address the Decade issue and like ban them in some way from not like TCD, like ban him or strike him with cease and desist or something for like his Master Duel meta site. We'll ban him from Master Duel or something. Penguin were very efficient in Master Duel. They still are. They obviously featured at Worlds too. He could have made an event out of it, like a scavenger hunt, looking through all the replays and taking notes of cards and guessing what could be played, but no, he chose to just abuse a third-party program to get it. He's controversial. He's controversial. He's don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's done a lot for the game. He kept the Duel Links community pretty much alive all the time he was playing it. He's got a pretty good site where you can get like good information that off. But I think sometimes he oversteps the line just a little bit. Like, he probably realizes that he probably doesn't realize to the extent of some things he does is quite damaging to the game too. With like, say for example, releasing those lists. But no, he'll continue on until they do something about it. And will they do something about it? Probably short term, no. Long term, they might do something. Yo, Trouble are some of the most powerful card in them all. The almighty credit card. Yeah, the Yu-Gi-Oh card games burnt a lot of my money over the years, to say the least, with the old credit card. But no, like, I think they need to make an example. And say, for example, anyone sort of using a third-party program to upload, like, World Championship lists or anything like that, are met with a, like a game ban, or surely they'll be able to track down his IP address and, like, ban it, whereas he's using like a different IP address or something like that. Or ban all his accounts or something, just so that he gets the message for, like, a month or so. I don't know what they could do, but my thought is they couldn't do anything. They didn't do anything about it, so he'll do it again next year too. The real winner is Konami. Yeah, Konami are going to have their game arm a bit chopper though, like obviously with all the other card games out now. I don't know if they will. But no, I've had a deep thing about that controversy that happened last week, and I don't agree with them releasing the list at all. I don't think it's the right thing to do. I actually think next year they'll have something in place where you won't be able to get the list at all. I think they'll have some sort of protections in where that app can't grab information off it. You feel as though Fiendsmith would have Vanguard more in Master Duel? We'll find out anyway, Aderola. It'll be interesting to see how Fiendsmith do perform. Will they preemptively ban Lacrimo straight away? Yes or no? But no, yeah, like it's interesting. I obviously prefer to OCS and Dennis's points on Decade. Does anyone else want to mention anything at all, or is it a topic we move on from, or the right thing to do is ban Dragoon on Master? That's the right thing to do. Still think to this day they'll do something with Dragoon eventually. They'll unban the card, make a big event, or put it in a big pack or something to play in. Dark Hole has happened here. Kampachi on top. Obviously, Coco's been with D-Link all day in this event. D-Link is back, although we'll swap to Cascara by the looks. Yeah, I don't think it's going to do anything major in the game. Just give that card its moment with releasing it and something. I think it had its window where it could have been played. Like, no one's playing DP anymore, and DP is just better than Dragoon. Exactly, like, and even DP in this game, for example, it only lasted like a month at tops, and then something else replaced it. Need Dragoon for your burn deck. We're in play now. 3,000 attack on over its Elm, and we are going to be targeting card and destroying. And it just makes you wonder, like, there's a lot of cards on the ban list these days. There's some cards that potentially just shouldn't be on there. Like, they've had their time on the ban list. They should come back to, like, then they'll make minimal impact in the game. Surely there's a few cards on that list now. The Unicorn back. 5,500 available there for Kenpachi. Got the Rise Heart now. We are going to be very close to, I think, lethal win this turn. Could be taking game 1. Form Power deck needs Dragoon. One day, Chopper. One day we'll be talking about it in stream as the big release. There'll be a couple of big events that happen in the next, say, 12 months in Master, I think. I think within 12 months we're going to see a Maxi ban in this game. Those Mulchummy cards will take over. Imagine the talking point that day when Maxi gets its marching orders. I cannot wait for Maxi to go, but then the next annoying thing happens with those Mulchummy cards. On Uriah and Rabiel. We'll be seeing a bit of those tomorrow. Last will be on Lexi of the Dollars tomorrow. Kangaroo. Obviously, Kakimaru plays those 3 cards. Whenever you see them go on field, you just automatically lose the duel normally.
Oh no, it's raining!
Hey, I know. I'll use my trusty frying pan as a drying pan.
I think the best one's the Ferrura Ross anyway. I'm not too worried about the Perilia. They'll be all URs anyway, those Welcome cards. Dragoon has released the burn decks will rise. I do have one burn deck in this game, and it's Trickstar, but Trickstar couldn't really play Dragoon. I'll be interested to see what they do there when they release those cards in the game. Do they take the big call of hitting Maxi? Prediction from me anyway. I can see Maxi getting banned in within the next 12 months. Turn 5, and we have got a victor in this first duel, which will be Coco. Over at South needs to win the next 2 games to take out the championship. I might technically hold a bit of dust back for some of those cards. Really important ones coming in the next wee bit. Take there for 2,500, and that is game number 1 of the Mac Cup finals, please. Right, so what's over at South going to do in game number 2, first or second? Yeah, that was a good one there to Kenpachi Lois. Lois in that though. Sorry. Actually, getting banned is unlikely on Master at most. I'd say limited. Yeah, you never know though. Like my prediction that my prediction will be revised and they'll do something to impact Maxi. But I'd love to see them ban it. I can totally see it being limited to 1 though. We're on Telement here. And the Dimension Shifter. Oh boy, if we cannot stop this, we're in trouble. You might join the tournament. So Lois, you have to join next week's tournament. This is the Mac Cup Finals. We had 24 players for this today, and this is the last series of duels. But yeah, definitely check out our Discord. That's when the live events are. for it. People are gonna get real salty with this card next month. I'm gonna have 2 copies of it, so I'll be in the crossfire of that. You can see it eventually being limited to 1. Hope for the crossout designator very early on in the turn. Are we gonna call out Ash? Call by. Casterian Unicorn being selected. Okay, I don't mind the play. I'm working on a Fang Critias deck right now, just for fun. That's one thing Yu-Gi-Oh does have it for it. Like, you can sort of build an idea around a particular card and really, with the options available, should be able to make something somewhat competitive, like an even at least a dual room environment. I think Critias can go into some interesting plays. There we go. We've got the Unicorn onto field. Battle phase. Coco didn't do too good this turn. Okay, we've got a chance here. We didn't take as much damage as what I thought we would. Something very ominous in hand. Okay, Tillman's Heartbeat targeting 1 spell and trap on the field, and then wasn't that Max C? Okay, Max C. Playing a big part always in the Mac Cup. Had to find someone to raid today. It'd be probably more than likely Frankie that we go and raid. I'm thinking about making a Crash Card Virus deck also in the future. There's a few really good decks that take advantage of like Epidemic, Crush Card Virus, Deck Devastation Virus. Those Virus cards in certain environments very devastating to see. We've got the Reinforcement of the Army. Into Tearlaman's Arena Hearts. A good series of duels going on here. 2 very skilled players in their own right. Looking to...
You blew it!
Yeah, just a Lair of Darkness deck. I just described that pretty much. I had to finish my Dark Magician build. I'd still need Paladin Oracle Mahad. I'll have to get that at some stage, and there's a few other cards that I need as well. So it's the same with like 15 to 20 decks where I need like 1 or 2 cards from each deck to sort of compile it, but sadly all of them are UR. And I still need to get some very important cards for the account. Fixed Mind Hacker. Over at Sao, now has got a bit of momentum in the stall now, as it was a bit worried with the Dimensional Shifter, but Kenpachi didn't really have too much. Get Carlos to activate. Also, Phantom Knight's work with Crash Card Virus also. Obviously, because they're low leveled run, they can sort of be tributed off, and then they can sort of utilize their graveyard effects to build Source up. were smoking crack when they made that card. Oh, absolutely. I played a little bit of Phantom Knight, just based off the Legacy of the Lawless campaign. Fog Blade's a good card. Phantom Knight's a Breaking Sword's an interesting card as well. Like, they've got cards that they've had in recent times that they've had added. And quite of an interesting proposition to go up against. I made him so he banishes a card from the top of your opponent's deck for each 3 face-down cards. So it's like a retrain of sorts. Might get some upbeat music in the stream for just that little bit more. Because we've got some moderators in stream, we'll play this once more in the stream.
She won't change anymore. Girl, now listen to me.
Just getting into the flow of things and looking like taking it to the game number 3 here.
I won't have the money to raise. Fella, she was once a drag. Then the black one and the corner eye. After being a rocker for a week, she's a heart and I wonder why.
So when the new Zodiac cards got the master, we'll be pretty quick. I think we'll be fine, to be honest, Chopper. Like, Infinite Forbidden to be released for a wee while now. Like, in Zodiac, got some new gimmicky cards. They'll still be struggling against some of the top tier stuff. Oh, look at that, the Psychic and Punisher. This will be over now.
Because I wanted her love, I said I'd buy her new clothes. She took advantage of my trust, now I'm broken, completely lost. She's a mod, yeah, 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 yeah. She's a mod, yeah, yeah, she's a mod. She won't change anymore. She's a mod.
A lot of the cards they've been working on Rebeard over the last wee bit. The battle phase now. Surely this will be it. We are increasing the attack to 8,500. We're able to attack twice here, so this is enough for lethal. And there we go. Over at Zell has tied it up, and we're going to the final game of the stream, and we'll be crowning the Mac Cup winner very, very shortly. I mean, both players are just technically making a decision if they're going to swap decks or anything like that. Give them a wee bit of time. I play Pure Time Thieves even though I don't think it's meta. Oh, it's nowhere near meta. Time Thieves is pretty fun, right, though? Like, I've got a deck that I play in the duel room every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where they get a bit of time. Like, oh, they got a new card in recent times, too, with Para Reserve. I've got a couple of copies of that at the moment. Just waiting for the next duel to start. Obviously, these two are tied up at the moment for game number 3. So that new fusion for Divine Beast, remember that? Vaguely. Just whenever the other two are ready to go, we're just wait for finishing. You know what would be crazy to if Time Thief's got a synchro card? I'd have to get a tuner monster and everything though if they were to go that route. When you activate the effect of a Divine Beast while this card is equipped once per duel, you can declare one card, name your opponent since it's declared from the field to the graveyard. Be an interesting change for that one. How did you go on the world team guessing Mystic Magic Gaming? I picked Snipe Hunters to go back to back. I was wrapped Team 7-1 though, because Ray is part of our community. Ray has raided this channel a few times. Really wrapped that he won. So yeah, either way, like the two teams that I wanted to see made the finals. I just unfortunately didn't pick the right one. And that addresses another thing too, like at the end of the day, like, if people guess Team 7, they should have just given 2,000 gems to all the players that did guess that correctly. I think it was pretty unfair, but they just drew from a random lot that, hey, you either get just the Legacy Pack tickets, or you get the extra 2,000 gems. Here we go, the final duel about to begin in the Mat Cup for today. It's been a pretty long journey. It's been the 3 hours, 3 hours here. Yeah, it's hard enough to predict who's going to win, and then you're just going to get lucky again to get the 2,000 gems. It's crazy to me. Like, a lot of those teams at that tournament could have easily made the finals. I'm just guessing the, like, with Snipe Hunters in Team 7, like, the X factor of having Joshua Smith in one team, Jesse Cotton in the other mainly. Just really knowing players that had those finals experience in crunch games. Was the main sort of difference, them sneaking through 5-4, 5-4 in the semi-finals against the two dominant teams of day one. Zero here, we're sticking with the cash. I'm waiting for Ancient Fury Dragon to get a new Synchro upgrade. Like a retrain with some sorts. I don't know if they'll retrain Ancient Fury Dragon like that, but it'd be interesting if they did. An evenly matched in a sense, but for one card. It's a pretty fair card too that you create. Once per duel, you can declare one card. Opponent says it's declared from the graveyard. Like the once per duel clause is not too bad. Max C's activating here, and we've fired off a couple Max C's. We're Ash Blossoming here, and over at Zell is now in a really nice position. Hero preparations now. Just got to navigate the couple cash hero cards on field. Are we able to do that? Obviously, we might lose an extra deck card. We're going for the Heartbeat. Okay, that's going to shuffle back. Every other 5D dragon got an upgraded version of their dragons besides 4H and Fairy Dragon. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, so yeah, obviously, like, Stardust can go into, like, Majestic Star Dragon and all that. Is that the route you want to take with that? And obviously, there's Hot Red Dragon, Archfiend Abyss. Like, you want spin-offs of, like, in that sense. Okay, I get you now. Yeah, like, I think they could easily do something like that. Supreme Mirror away. My phase. This is a big standby phase. "24 players started this tournament, 2 remain. The run to the finals for both duelists here today was kind of an interesting road and journey. I'm just going to wait for that to load up, and it has. Okay, so we've had... I think they didn't play in the first round. Coco 2 over Silver Wolf Alpha, and went 2 over Godzilla, 2 over Namberi. Over at Zell, had a 2-1 over Stellar, a 2-0 win over Simo, and a 2-0 win over Seto Kaiba. So both duelists have been in relatively good form in this tournament so far. Elements are looking very ominous here. Paratal Dragon needs a lot more support, like a lot more equip cards. Or another, like, retrained Paratal. It goes the same with a lot of other cards, though, Chopper, when you think about it. Like, you guys got that many cards in the game, and people will be like, why is this card not getting support? Why is this card not getting support? Like, it may get support one day. It's like one of those sort of cards that probably not going to see some for the next 3 to 5 years. But I can totally see Paratal, or Ancient Fairy Dragon as an example, getting more cards. Like, a couple cards that help them out a little bit, whatever the current thing is. Rukalos, rid of 3,500. We're taking a fair bit of damage this turn. It's grief. Are we going to win on this turn? This could be a pretty significant OTK to wrap proceedings up for today. Need to revive all the old archetypes. Tricky thing is, how do you go about it though? There's that many different old archetypes in the game, and they obviously want to sell. They obviously want to sell new product as well with new cards. Like, they can't continuously make old archetype support, whereas people are just not going to buy into that. People like new ideas, new themes from Konami. They've got to get the balance right. Like, maybe have a couple sets where some old archetypes do get support. Apart from that, it's game, and there we go. Our champion for today is over at Cell. GG's. We have concluded. Coco, great tournament from yourself, though. Really wrapped how you went today. Really enjoyed the battles that you had. But our champion over at Cell, and we'll get the gifted. Up. Rightio, we are going to send off a raid. We are all set to go into a stream. I think it'll be Frankie's stream, to be honest, but we'll see who else is up. If Frankie is up. Frankie is indeed up. No, we will go and raid Frankie. Let's go and enjoy Frankie's stream today. Thanks to Lois and Chopper from my multi-stream for coming in today as well. Appreciate that. Master's best thing for a hot dog. Oh, good way to end the stream, Mystic. I'll be on early tomorrow. Master's all not on tomorrow. It's